Divergence detected. Bitcoin's at the 200-week moving average, 59,000, while the Nasdaq rips 2.48% on the Iran deal. These two aren't moving together anymore. We close on SignalFinder Pro's #1 ETF and stock. SPX punched up 1.08% to 7,500 Thursday. QQQ tracking the NDX up 2.48% on the Iran deal pop. But the weekly structure hasn't cleared. VIX is flashing a death cross, and the SPX weekly chart is still showing a potential lower high. OPEX week is running hot, with record-size SPY transaction clusters showing up near these highs. SPY 746.74 is the over-under. Hold above it, and the higher-low structure stays intact. DXY pressed to a 13-month high near 100.79 as the dollar caught the disinflation bid from the Iran deal. The 10-year yield eased back below 4.5%, but the 30-year is sitting at 5.16%, the highest level since the run-up to the global financial crisis. TLT is under pressure at those yield levels. Mixed macro readout. Dollar strong, long-end yields still elevated. Energy is the clear session laggard. The Iran deal unwound crude's war premium. WTI hit a 3.5-month low. XLE dropped over 1.6%, with XOP and USO both tracking lower. Crude had surged above $109 on geopolitical risk before the deal pulled it back. And when that war premium evaporates that fast, XLE, XOP, and USO all feel it. Precious metals sold off Thursday. GLD and gold got hit, as DXY pushed to that 13-month high, and the geopolitical war premium deflating on the Iran deal took out another bid. Silver, too. Copper's telling a different story. It's still holding roughly a 25% gain year-to-date on the COPX basket, despite the session pullback. International markets posted a strong Thursday. EWT, Taiwan, surged 4.64%. EWJ, Japan, added 1.90%. And EFA and EEM both caught the risk-on bid as the Iran deal eased inflation pressure globally. Taiwan's 4.64% is the biggest single-country gain the system picked up today. Internationals is the cleanest green section on the board. Bitcoin is down roughly 2.83% in the session, testing the 200-week moving average at 59,000. That's a key structural line. Weekly signals are bearish, with no confirmed bottom. The prior peak topped out around 82,000 in the 80,000 to 84,000 resistance zone before the rollover. The wave structure points to a potential move into the 49,000 to 55,000 range. ETH and IBIT are tracking BTC lower. The system's crypto readout is risk-off across the board. SignalFinder Pro's best of best filtered down to 92 symbols today. Technology is holding the top sector slot with XLK, industrials right behind with XLI, and the system clocked SOXX as the #1 ranked ETF and FIX, Comfort Systems USA, as the #1 ranked stock. XLK is the #1 sector, up 3.04% to 191.44. Technology running hard on Thursday's pop. Industrials ranked second, with XLI up 0.73% to 180.91. XLB, Materials, sits at rank 4, slightly red at -0.40% to 51.81. The top of the ranking board is clearly tech and industrials. Materials is lagging. SOXX, the iShares Semiconductor ETF, is the system's #1 ranked ETF today, up 6.62% to 639.45. That's chips running hard after posting their worst two-day decline since October 2025, earlier in the week. SOXX holds the major U.S. semiconductor names, and the engine is scoring it at the top of the ETF board, right through the volatility. FIX, Comfort Systems USA, is the #1 ranked stock out of SignalFinder Pro's 92-symbol shortlist today in the industrial sector, with a 1.84% gain to 1967.41. That's where the ranking engine is pointing for leadership concentration right now. Not the loudest names, but industrials infrastructure running steady at the top of the board. Quick recap. SPX up 1.08% to 7,500. NDX up 2.48% on the Iran deal. But the VIX death cross and bearish weekly structure say the risk picture isn't clean. DXY hit a 13-month high near 100.79. The 30-year yield is at 5.16%, Energy sold off with WTI hitting a 3.5-month low, and Bitcoin is pressing the 200-week moving average at 59,000 in a confirmed bearish structure. International markets led, with EWT up 4.64%, and Best of Best has SOXX at number 1 ETF and FIX at number 1 stock. Verify both live in SignalFinder Pro. And remember, this is educational, not financial advice. Do your own homework.